The Miami Open, presented by Itaú, is underway in the idyllic surroundings of Key Biscayne. A busy schedule of first-round matches lay ahead on Thursday, with the top seeds still waiting their turn to join the action. Two players have arrived in Florida at the peak of their powers and a potential threat to the all-conquering Famous Four superstars who've dominated the sport for the last 5 years. Kei Nishikori boasts an 18-4 win-loss record in 2015 and now ranked as world number 5, is bidding for a first Masters 1000 tournament win.
This is one of my favorite tournaments, and I did well in last year, so it's really comfortable playing here. It's a little tough condition, hot and humid, but I try to enjoy this week.
Canadian powerhouse Milos Raonic, meanwhile, continues to be one of the most consistent performers on the tour, reaching at least the quarterfinals in 8 of the last 10 Masters events. After beating Rafael Nadal on his way to the semi-finals in Indian Wells last week, the world number 6 will look to maintain his momentum on the East Coast.
I played well. I played well all the way throughout. I got better as the tournament went along, and I'm very happy with that. I know this week I got to start off a fresh slate, and hopefully I can bring back some of that vigor and some of that good tennis.
The headline act on day 2 was the welcome return to top-level action of Juan Del Potro. After a year out of action with a wrist injury and one failed comeback in January, the big Argentine was back on the big stage and would take on talented young Canadian Vasek Pospisil. Both players had their moments in a tight opening set, but when Pospisil faced break points, he wasn't found wanting.
Oh, he's just about got away with that. I mean, how was the footwork there? Incredible shot.
The Canadian went on to take the opening set, then recovered from a breakdown in the second and came back again from 2-5 down in the tiebreak that followed. Del Potro understandably showing signs of rust after a year away from the sport, but this was still a moment to savour for Pospisil.
Vasek Pospisil has ended the hopes that many had thought Del Potro would return to glory in his opening match back after a long layup, but it was not to be.
Borna Coric is becoming something of a baby-faced assassin, defeating Rafael Nadal last year in Basel and taking down Andy Murray in Dubai last month. The 18-year-old would take on Andreas Hidemora on his Miami debut. Coincidentally, the two players met in the opening round in Indian Wells last week, with Coric taking a straight sets victory. This time, though, it was the world number 56 Hidemora who struck first. Coric, though, soon underlined his credentials as one of the rising stars of the ATP World Tour, taking the second set 6-3 and then recovering from going 4-2 down in the decider. A tiebreak would be needed to see this one out, and it was the Croatian teenager who prevailed. Local hero Steve Johnson had beaten Mikhail Kukushkin the previous 2 times they'd met, which both occurred on US soil at Delray Beach. Here in Miami, though, it was the Kazakhstani who came out on top, the world number 57, claiming a 6-3, 3-6, 6-2 win. Ryan Harrison was once touted as the bright young hope of American tennis, reaching a high ranking of 43 2 years ago. The Louisiana-born youngster is currently 119 in the world. A rousing run to the semis in Acapulco recently has hinted at a resurgence, but this opening round match against Jürgen Melzer was proving a tight, entertaining affair.
That's unbelievable. Incredible hands from both players. It's a shame there had to be a loser here.
After trading breaks in the second set, the Austrian world number 33 was soon on top again with a succession of unbeatable winners.
Oh, there it is. The big blow.
And there was no coming back from there for Harrison. It had become a day to forget for the local contingent.
It was not to be for Ryan Harrison because Jürgen Melzer came to play. And he put together a fine performance today.
With the opening round complete, it's the turn of the big guns to take centre stage, with Rafael Nadal and Andy Murray among a star-studded lineup on day 3 at the Crandon Park Tennis Centre.